Right, let's move on. Arsenal believe that they will win the race for Declan Rice after submitting a British record offer worth £105 million. This is what talkSPORT understands. So, do you think that Declan Rice has the capability to be one of the best midfielders in the world if he joins Arsenal?
Of course I do. I think he's got, with the greatest respect, it's not just Arsenal. I think he's got the capabilities to be one of the best midfielders, no matter where he went within reason. I think he's got the whole world in front of him. I just wax lyrically about Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham. I just think they're tremendous. I really do. I think the future English football. Rice is, the two of them. They've got a lot of similarities. I think they're top players, but I think they're actually great for the game moving forward in this country as well, in terms of the way they go about it, the way they look after themselves, the example they are to kids and teammates alike. I think it's fantastic, and I think Declan Rice, as the West Ham fans have absolutely adored him, and so they should. What a job he's done there. What a fantastic job. I think it goes without saying that 99.9% of the West Ham fans couldn't grudge him his move to go to a club, whether it's with potential to win Champions Leagues and win titles. And I just think it's just the start of a new chapter for him. But fantastic, would you? We're
going to stay in the middle of the park because I want to talk about City and İlkay Gundogan going to Barcelona, Mateo Kovačić coming in.
Yes.
What do you make of that replacement? I think there's more work to be done at Manchester City. I don't think they're done, but
no.
Mateo Kovačić could. You think he's a good player, don't you?
I do. I think he's an excellent player, and I can see him in that team because he keeps the ball. But is he a perfect replacement for Gündoğan? I'm not sure. I think Gündoğan, this may be a bizarre thing to say, I think he was relatively underestimated in that side, particularly towards the end of the season. Towards the end of the season he sort of came into his own, and I thought he might have been even the key player in that City team, and I mean the key, including De Bruyne, including Haaland, including Jack Grealish and all these guys. Gündoğan was absolutely fantastic. I think he really enjoyed and relished the fact that, bizarrely as it may sound, he was going under the radar a little bit, where above the radar was those kind of players that I mentioned. He will be a miss. Kovačić is an excellent player, will keep the ball, he's very, very tidy. Nothing like the threat going forward that Gündoğan has.
Yeah.
And that's a tough one to replace. Believe me, that is a tough player to replace.
Listen to this. This is on the script. Yep. Speaking of departure, Laura Woods is currently taking part in her final ever talkSPORT breakfast show. What has been your favourite and least favourite thing about being the Divas co-host for 3 years, Ali?
Strong, isn't it?
Oh my God.
The Diva? Who wrote that?
You lot don't know how lucky you
by
are.
the way,
I'm incredibly
non-divish.
demanding, non-divery.
By the way, that's amazing. I've just looked into that window there and I've said, who was it wrote that? And 6 of them stuck their hand up.
Go and make me a coffee, you lot.
That was unbelievable.
Oh, do you want me to buy you another round? Is that it? It's the last day. I should do.
Yeah,
I get them a coffee every week, sometimes twice.
Do you?
Yeah. Do they ever get me one back?
No. That's poor.
Actually, can I just put this on air? Ollie.
I've been known to buy him a bit of breakfast myself and get a cup of black coffee out of it. Remember that?
Ollie Thornton is the only person in the entire team who has ever got me a coffee apart from the presenters. Thank you, Ollie. Yeah. That's why I liked him as soon as he came in.
That was the best one ever, wasn't it? Remember wee George?
Oh, Georgie.
I sent him out for breakfast. I gave him 40 quid. Gave him 40 quid to go and get everybody breakfast. I didn't get any change. Like, I handed a cold black coffee. Right? Can you believe that? No wonder he disappeared to Central America or something like that. Where did he go?
George Setson-Kerr, who you'd know as Georgie Boy, or do you remember Sinbad? He was Sinbad for a while as well.
For a while, wasn't he?
He's now travelling the world. And when I used to clear my cupboards of food because they were going off, I would bring them into talkSPORT and give them to George, and he would accept them with open arms and gratitude, because that was, he just lived from one day to the next.
I know, man.
I'd be like, would you like this 5-year-old pasta? And he'd be like, yeah. But he was an excellent cook.
I
go
do
and
that.
make amazing things.
I do that. I mean, it drives Viv mental, by the way, because I eat things out of date. I don't care, within reason.
You're Teflon though inside, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but and then she's a typical woman. She takes great satisfaction if I've taken a bite out of it, and even I have to realise that it's too far out of date.
How far is too far out of date?
Depends what it is. If it's, I mean,
let me give you a scenario. You've got a loaf of bread, sliced.
Mould on it. I'll cut the mould off and eat the bread.
Is That's exactly what I was going to ask. And do you say this? Penicillin?
Yeah,
Good
well,
for you.
I don't really. But that's what I do. I'd cut the mould off, and I would normally toast that bread, to be fair to me.
Oh, that's good of you.
Yeah. Maybe that would kill some of the germs.
Just to fry the bits that aren't detectable to the eye.
Yes.
What is how far does the mould need to go? If it's white and fluffy, you just give it a little brush off. Or if it's a tiny little bit, you're like, that's fine. I mean, I'm imagining blue is too far, obviously.
Yeah, certainly. But cheese would be the same as well. I'd cut the mouldy bit off of cheese, but I'd eat some of the cheese. Cheese is probably different a little bit, isn't it?
Cheese actually is all right if it's mouldy, right? People like that.
But the sell by date, I read somewhere, is they go the healthy side of the sell by date.
They give you a little bit of wiggle room.
Leeway.
I always think milk doesn't actually go off for at least another 2 weeks.
But there's nothing worse. There is nothing worse than getting it wrong with milk.
Mm-hmm. I've done that.
Viv goes mental. I mean, when I go to ask, sometimes pull the bottle out the fridge and just drink it straight at the bottle, and she goes mental at that. But see if you've ever done it and it's the wrong stuff, it's horrendous.
There's that scene in, what's the film, Minority Report, with Tom, little Tom, Bruce Cruise.
Tom,
correct.
Little Tom Cruise.
Little Tom Cruise, who also walks under tables in Top Hat.
He does, by the way.
And he picks up the wrong milk. I know you want me to go to a break, but I'm leaving. What are you going to do?
She's leaving. She doesn't care. We're no going to the news.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.